Hello friends, in this video we will talk about HTML list. Now basically HTML provides three kinds of list: unordered list, ordered list and the description list. We will talk about this list with example in this video series. Firstly we will talk about unordered list. Now an unordered list is a list in which the order of the list item does not matter and the UL element opens and closes an unordered list. Example, UL opens the list and UL closes the list, and the list items they are contained between the LI tag, that is LI list items, and closing the list item. For example, first list item is T, we can provide second list item, let it be coffee, closing the list item, and third now save the changes. Now here is the short unordered list tea, coffee and milk. Now the default presentation of an unordered list is to add a disk style bullet point on the left hand side of each list item, but you can use the type attribute for unordered list to specify the type of bullet you like. By default it's a list, but you can change it using the type attribute with the UL tag, that is type and then the value. For example, square, disk, circle, whatever you want, let it be square. Save the changes and refresh your browser. See, we can also use a circle. So this was all about unordered list. Now we will talk about ordered list. Now ordered list is a list for which the order of the list items matter. Now the syntax for an unordered list is exactly the same as for an unordered list. However, to create an ordered list, the OL tag is used rather than the UL tag. And by making this one change, we can convert the unordered list in our previous example into an ordered list. Let me copy paste this and change the UL tag to OL tag and just remove this type for the time, closing the OL tag. Now we are also going to change the text of this list item to make it more clear that these items are that need to appear in a specific sequential order. For example, say grapes, second one is mango, and third one is say apple. Save the changes and refresh your browser window. Now as you can see below, rather than a bulleted list, now we have a number list. Now also there are times when you want to control the numbering of the ordered list. For example, your list may be broken up by a paragraph that appears mid-list to expand on a certain concept, or you may create a countdown list that begins at a higher number and countdowns. Now HTML make it easy to control the numbering of ordered list. For example, to reverse the number of a list, simply add the reversed attribute to the opening OL tag, that is, this is the reversed attribute, and save the changes and see the result, the list has been reordered. Also we can use a start attribute, that is, it will specify the list of specific number on which the order list starts. For example, you want your list to start at say 10. Now the order list start with 10, 11 and 12. You can also change the numbering style using the type attribute as we have used in the unordered list. For example, type is equal to say 1. Now this list item will be numbered with numbers. Of course, this is the default. We can change the type to capital A, that is alphabet. Now the list will be numbered in uppercase, that is ABC. Similarly, we can use lowercase. Then let it be uppercase Roman numbers, capital I. Similarly, small I for lowercase Roman numbers. Okay, this was about the ordered list. Now we will talk about the description list. Now description list is a list of terms with a description of each term. Basically, this list make use of three tags. First is the DL tag that will define the start of the list. Then DT, that is a term, DD tag, term definition, and then DL, that will define the end of the list. Okay. Let me show you an example of description list first. Now we will talk about description list. Now, for example, we have a description list, DL, that is the starting of the list. Then DT, that is the definition term, say HTML. Let me make it bold to make it more clear. And then closing the DT, that is the definition term. Then DD, that is the term definition. For example, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Okay, then closing the DD tag and then closing the DL tag. Save the changes. Now this is how a description list is rendered in our browser. We can use more items. For example, second definition term, nesting it inside the DL tag. Instead of HTML, let it be HTTP. This stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Now this one is more clear. So now we have learned about the description list also. Now we will talk about nested lists. Now nested list is a list within a list. In order to create a nested list, simply add a new list within a parent list like this. For example, we are using an unordered list and then the list item, say item 1. Second one is the item 2. Closing the list and then again nesting another unordered list inside the first unordered list. Let the list item be sublist 1 and then sublist 2. And then closing the inner unordered list first, then using one more item, let it be item C or 3, closing the list item and closing the containing unordered list. Save the changes. and see the result. This is a nested list. Item 1, 2, then there is another list, item 3. Now that's all for this video. We will talk about some other tags in our later series. Thank you.